Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's book review. I know it's been a while. Life has actually been lifing and things have actually been happening. I've not really been in the headspace to come online and do a book review. But now I think I'm better. I think I'm in a better place and I hope it stays for a long period of time. So, did you miss me? Today we'll be discussing the book The List by Yomi Adegoke. The first time I came across this name was in the year 2022. She was a co-author on the book Slay in Your Lane. And Slay in Your Lane actually is a book I've not had proper time to put out a review on, but it was an amazing book. So getting to see her name on another book, this one written solely by her, was really, really amazing. The list is about the negativity that comes with using the internet, love, temptation, hatred, and its accompanying consequences. So, I would actually like to ask how much trust is needed in a relationship because we get to find the two major characters fall in love. They had a hashtag, they were supposed to have a wedding, then things started unraveling itself. How much trust is needed? At what point do we feel that we've given too much and we just want to hold back? Is this enough reason? Is it something that should be considered or it's something that should not be considered? Especially when you're looking at it from the angle of a marriage, from the angle of a relationship that is actually heading somewhere. At what point do you need to take a breather? Now, this is one thing I actually like us to ponder upon. And the internet, in the words of the Nigerian users, they call it the internet. The internet undoubtedly has its own good sides and it also has its own bad sides as well. Now, someone was actually maliciously lied upon as to being a woman beater, as to have hitten someone at a Christmas party, an office Christmas party. Now, this same person is saying, I never did it. But the internet is saying, you did it. He almost committed suicide. Someone actually committed suicide due to his own allegations, of which were through for the other party. At what point do we begin to realize that the internet is like a market, it's like a place? What are the things you do not consider safe to put out there for strangers to see, for others to see? Do you think it is a good thing? Because I've actually met people who are very, very laid back. They have nothing of their private life on the internet. They just have things that actually relates to career and relates to their growth. But anything that has to do with their private life, they tend to not put it out there. Now we think putting all your life out there on the internet, I for one do not think is a very good thing. I think there are some things that should be kept private and personal. There are some things that should be meant for you and you alone. And highlighting the dangers of being online and putting everything out there, people could actually use your information in negative ways and you would not like it. So I think in as much as we want to tell our story, we want to share a part of ourselves with people who really, really care about us and people whom we feel should learn a thing or two from where we have been to, what we have been to. I think not everyone will have good intentions as to where and what concerns us. Now, another thing to take away from the book is healing. Healing is a long term thing. I don't think it is fair that we ask questions of these victims when they decide to speak up. I don't think it is fair to say, why speak up now? Why didn't you say it when it happened? I don't think that's a very fair thing to say. Allow people speak when they feel it is time. It is their story and they ought to own it. Um, I don't think it's a fair thing to ask people, why are you speaking up now? Why do you think now is the best time to speak up? Allow people feel comfortable to tell their own story when they feel they are ready to talk about it. And there's something that should be noted. Where you are coming from does not determine where you are going to. Life is a journey. You don't have to judge yourself by where you think you're coming from, by your circumstances. Coming from a broken home doesn't mean that your marriage will not work. Coming from a broken home doesn't mean that you're not meant to have happiness. I think there are certain affirmations we need to take to, there are certain mindset shifts that we need to acclaim, and it is very, very necessary and paramount if we actually want to be happy with ourselves. Now, in consideration of the book The List by Yomi Adegoke, I'd say the book actually dragged on for a while. At some point, I was a bit lost because it really, really did drag. But the gem is actually found at the almost towards the end of the book. You get to become interested in the book. You want to know what really happened. You want to know what exactly transpired between Jackie and our favorite black man. Now, another thing that is also notable again is that um, there's a lot of Gen Z lingua. There's a lot of Gen Z language. There's a lot of generational language, generational slangs. So you have to really put your heart to it if you're coming from an older generation to be able to relate with what was said. The author, in a way, made the plot, the characters, the language to fit the current trend in generational speaking, actually. So, but in all, I think The List by Yomi Adegoke is not a bad book. It is recommended by me, but you'd need to have a lot of patience to be able to enjoy it as much as I did towards the end. Have you ever read any book by Yomi Adegoke? And in the same vein, I think I would like to recommend the other book in which she co-authored, Slay in Your Lane. That is another book that I probably will be bringing to us soon, but I trust that you will enjoy it. Have a very nice day and do take very good care of yourself. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It keeps us in business. Mwah. Bye.